Did you know that in 2016, a movie might not be covered? A mainstream movie might not be covered by the mainstream press because of its title. And it's not that there's a naughty word in it or it's suggestive of anything. In fact, it's even in childlike code.
I've spent a decade taking a bite out of conspiracy theories, unraveling urban legends, and grappling with worldwide top secret issues.
I've even racked up some of their awards.
All while ferreting out the bottom line.
On all topics, controversial, bizarre, and taboo. Interviewing movers and shakers, agitators and muckrakers.
But that doesn't answer my question. That is all I'm answering.
With me, Gary Harrison, as your guide.
Friends, effing friends, there it is, right? What's the controversy? Well, there actually is controversy if you like a... Did you know that in 2016, a movie might not be covered? A mainstream movie might not be covered by the mainstream press because of its title. And it's not that there's a naughty word in it or it's suggestive of anything. In fact, it's even in childlike code.
I've spent a decade taking a bite out of conspiracy theories, unraveling urban legends, and grappling with worldwide top secret issues.
I've even racked up some of their awards.
All while ferreting out the bottom line.
On all topics, controversial, bizarre, and taboo. Interviewing movers and shakers, agitators and muckrakers.
But that doesn't answer my question. That is all I'm answering.
With me, Gary Harrison, as your guide.
Friends, effing friends, there it is, right? What's the controversy? Well, there actually is controversy if you like a Mr. Toad's wild ride of sexual adventure and amour, where your friends are also your friends with benefits, who are also your friends. And I think I should have a little disclosure before I introduce the beautiful and lovely Jillian Leigh, who is not only an actress, but you know her from City Baby, Big Love Story, Echo Lake, The Badger Game, for which she won Best Supporting Actress or Actor.
Yeah,
I
sure.
know
I prefer it.
I get in trouble whatever I say, so it's okay. I just get a free pass automatically. Full disclosure, because it's never been discussed here on the show before. And our temporary studio here is inside of a bar of titty. I don't know.
Bar.
Thank you.
Yes.
It actually is. It's adjoining space on the sidewalk with a green screen studio, and we share it with the Showgirls Strip Club. And normally when we invite guests, I write this long dramatic thing of, and you'll step through the foyer, and, but it's kind of related to your movie in many ways.
Yeah.
You're sort of walking onto your own set, and share with us that experience.
Well, it's always fun to find out that you're being interviewed and, that you get to meet new awesome people. And I showed up here, and the front door was Deja Vu, a strip club, and Hollywood. And that's great because I didn't know that I was being interviewed in a strip club. And I can't say that I feel at home in one, but I can say that I was happy to find you behind door number 6.
But door number 6, and a gay man in a straight strip club is the crown jewel on experience, I would think. What's the last place? I know, it's in Hollywood, at the Showgirls Strip Club.
Yeah, well, it's my career.
Friends, effing friends.
Effing Friends.
CBS says, well, we can't cover that romantic comedy because the title is outrageous. After this story about 3 throats getting slashed,
right.
ISIS doing, chopping off heads, etc. But wait a minute, people are flirting. Oh no, that's off. How does that work?
Oh, well, it's just the media is a very fickle, interesting thing. I have little experience with it, but the title of a movie matters a lot.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there is actually effing going on in the movie.
Sure. A fair amount.
A fair amount.
Yes.
So what's interesting is in modern relationships, in contemporary romantic dynamics, your friend can also be your friend. And your friends' friends can also be your friends too. Much like an app that we've all heard about but never personally seen called Tinder or Grindr, where
I love that you know about Grindr. Hey now.
I read magazines.
West Hollywood, look out.
I live in the West Hollywood, where the inventor of that app lives, and also invented the Tinder.
Oh my goodness. Same guy?
Which is kind of interesting, just a side note. He created an app to speak to his own appetites. So if you're not really maybe that great at going into a bar, nightclub, and interfacing, much as in the movie, Effing Friends, Effing Friends, Effing Friends, you guys actually do talk and converse, and it is funny, and it is dynamic.
And people meet each other in person
exactly.
as opposed to on
but
the
if you can't actually meet each other, M-E-A-T, as opposed to M-E-E-T, you create an app that goes from the hors d'oeuvre to the dessert, and you cut out the entree altogether.
Yeah.
And much of that movie speaks to that modern conundrum we're in. It's like, do you say that I really love you and have to pay for dinner and go to a movie, or do you just show that you love them, and if it's that good, they come back for more?
Interesting. I have little experience with this because I have a very loving, wonderful boyfriend in real life. So, but in
Can
the
I have
film,
one too?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
we may be able to set you up, actually.
Good. Okay, we have a deal.
Anyway, if that's later. But in the film, I was really lucky to get to sort of explore something that I feel like my contemporaries definitely deal with a lot, which is just looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
You know?
And all the wrong places that we were taught maybe as children by our parents or grandparents are now actually not the wrong places anymore. Like the bar has been lowered way into the basement, so the new normal is the Kardashian level, right? And so it's kind of weird to know, is it the right or wrong place? Except that most people at the end of the day want this normal, loving, monogamous, reliable, stable, STD-free relationship, don't they?
I would hope so, yeah. I mean, no. I think everybody has their own sort of appetites, and that's important, and everybody should be able to do whatever it is that they want to do. And I think that's where the movie is interesting, because it shows a lot of different perspectives, and it also shows characters, like I play Laura, who I assume most of you out there haven't seen the film yet, but go watch it. It's
you will
really
now.
Good. Get it on iTunes. It came out yesterday. We're very excited.
Yay.
Friends, Effing Friends. Anyway, now that I did my job, I can tell you that my character definitely wants a loving, committed relationship the way that, people might. But every action that she takes, it almost takes her further away from what she really wants. Does that make any sense?
It does. In fact, one of the great joys in life is talking to an actor or a philosopher, somebody who spends time looking at the human condition. And then, like you take the next step. We're talking, by the way, to Jillian Leigh. You know her famously from City Baby, A Big Love Story, Echo Lake, The Badger Game, for which she won Best Supporting Actor. One of the things you do is you actually replicate the human condition. So it takes it from somebody who's just a philosopher of the maybe and the what ifs to when you become that person yourself. It doesn't mean you are that person, but you have to act like that person. It gives you a unique insight into it. So what do you suppose it is with these characters, why people are willing to go on the edge to get those needs met?
Well, I don't know. I think actually if you boil anybody's life down to a series of action or events, you'll see a lot of contradiction and a lot of interesting things. And if anything, I think every single human has an interesting story, and it's probably the reason why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
And here in LA, I mean, we are the home space for the fetish.
Which fetish is that? That's
my personal one. I like
grinder
to
fetish?
duct tape and a woodchuck costume.
Oh, my parents are watching. Hi, Dad. Hello, Mom. Hi, Maria. And Lee. I have a lot of parents.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's great fun when you get to tell the human story, because this is Gore Vidal meets Chaucer.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
with a kiss of Billy Shakespeare made contemporary.
Yeah, I mean, there is some, aspects of will they or won't they, and certain things are going to keep them apart. And I don't know that you're necessarily rooting for any of the couples. I don't want to give anything away. I don't think you're going to root for any of these couples to be together. And you find yourself, I think, kind of objectively looking and saying, I really just want all these people to have sex. Like, I don't really have any other wish for them. But Quincy Rose, who's our writer-director, just amazing human being.
This is Woody Allen's godson.
It is. It's Woody Allen's godson. And there's a lot of that, Husbands and Wives. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but it's so good.
Yes.
Judy Davis was a huge inspiration for the work I did with the character in this movie, because there's just, there's a lot of depth there when a woman sort of is on the edge. Terribly messy in situations over and over again. I didn't know it was funny, and that's why the title of the movie is so important. And it is interesting that it would stop certain platforms from picking us up or what have you, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of people who are...
Harrison with you. This is Go Harrison. We've been talking to Jillian Leigh. She stars in the movie Friends, Effing Friends, Effing Friends. And you'll get a hoot and holler. iTunes, a great place to go. You can Google it, get the whole 411, the whole Soup Cat and Pizzas on where to find it, where to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me at the strip club.